Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Prince William, or what's up, Sussex Squad? You are busy making a fool out of yourself, but what else is new? If you guys don't know, Harry dropped a bomb on the palace, and William had the nerve to finally clap back. He basically told Harry, we are never, ever, 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 ever getting back together. Now, Sussex Squad, if you've been following this, and I know you have, because, this is juicy. Harry and Meghan are waking the girls up, giving us everything we want, right? William has been going on a campaign since King Charles announced he was having a coronation on Harry's firstborn son's birthday, right? He has been going on a rampage being like, Harry's not invited. We don't want there. Kate went from playing bully to victim to like whatever, right? Lord Voldemort, he's not invited. I don't want him there. If he comes, I'm never going to talk to him. We are over. He basically wrote Harry off in so many different ways. Apparently, though, he didn't know that Harry's Virgo behind was sitting on everything and was about to drop tapes. Now, riddle me this. How are you coming out saying that you now absolutely hate someone and you ain't never talking to him again when you spent the last 5 months saying that you ain't never going to mess with them ever, 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 and delighting in the cruelty that was heaped upon him and his family? Make it make sense. When is William going to realize he has no power anymore over Harry? Everything William had, right, that Harry might have wanted, Harry now has times 10. Harry got a prettier wife. Harry got more popularity. Harry has a cooler job. Harry has more freedom. Harry has most of the strands on his hair. I'm just saying, I see those Windsor jeans coming out. But don't worry, Meghan, I'm sure, will have Harry doing yoga poses and rubbing some hair growth oil in his hair. Harry looked like he got his hair. Meghan probably got him rubbing castor oil in his hair. If you know, right? It's benefits. It's benefits to dating a black woman. I know she's rubbing castor oil around his temples and the nape of his neck. Literally got that extra nourishing growth oil. But anyway, let's get into this, right? They said Prince William said he will never trust Harry again. Now, the side note is, I know Prince William is probably like, when I'm king, Harry's going to be banished from the UK. William, when you're king, again, William always misses the point. You're so busy being mad at Harry. You don't see that the Camilla is establishing an alternate royal court. You realize that, right? And for everybody saying, oh my God, but the Parliament's going to have to do it. You realize that the Windsors, back in 18 whatever or whatever, you realize the Windsors weren't the original royal family. And I'm not talking about Queen Elizabeth the way she had to become queen by accident. No. I'm talking about how the Windsors came to power. There was, I think they called it the War of the Roses. There was a power struggle back then between two competing royal courts that both had ties to the king and queen. As we know, of course, the Windsors family won out in the end, but let's be real. This has happened before. Camilla is establishing an alternate royal court, one that descends from the Queen of England. And we all know that when it comes to the king's side, Charles has been going out of his way to make sure that everybody is pushed to the side, except for Camilla's descendants. Again, all these news reports about William and Kate not working, and true, they don't work. That's just because he's making room to literally give Camilla's ex-husband, her son, daughter, and the teen kids, to give them royal roles. Side note, it just occurred to me though, maybe Harry and William, even though they're two sides to the same coin, I do think one has hair and one doesn't. Okay, fine. I'll stop making jokes about William's appearance. Let's talk about his personality. Anyway, that can be dragged too. But honestly, you guys, I do find it interesting that they seem to, even though have different reasons, they're moving toward the same goal. Everybody talks about William doesn't want to work. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. And I believe they are lazy. But I also think that at the end of the day, William doesn't like the monarchy either. And William would be fine to see all that fall away because he wouldn't have to do any work. The only problem is, William, you don't get the respect, money, and you'll get the money, but you're not getting the respect and all the other perks that come with being the King of England if nobody really respects the King of England. Like, you guys really think that you and Kate can just show up and you'll always, it's just, I don't know. But this is what happens when you don't have any friends outside of your circle. You have no idea how regular people think. None at all. I would say Kate does, but no, she doesn't. Side note, Kate is still not doing any work. This is the only thing I'm going to say about Kate before we get into this William story. And it has to be said. Kate is perfectly horrible. But in the narrow frames of the way the monarchy has treated her and the fact that she sold her soul, I get it. But does anybody think that it is very, very unfair that everybody expects Kate to get out and work? I mean, let's be real. Kate signed up to be a breeder. She signed up to give beautiful children to the monarchy. And it looks like she fulfilled her job. They are healthy, they are beautiful, they are capable. But I do want to say this. We complain about William and Harry and how they were neglected and this and that. Does anybody actually think Kate is, and I don't mean to defend Kate, but it seems like such patriarchy that Kate is not allowed to chill with her 4 kids and influence them. If you think about it, that's where all the pain from Charles, all the pain from most people came from, the fact that their moms were out there working. Now, again, I don't mean to defend Kate because she is perfectly horrible. And I wish she had joined forces with Meghan, because they could have been a force to be reckoned with and they could have really changed the narrative. But unfortunately, it seems like Kate didn't want to change the narrative. You just wanted to be the stay-at-home wife. And Kate's now mad that she has to get out there and work. In these narrow instances, I do believe that Kate is better off like actually being in the house with the kids. I'm serious. This has nothing, listen, if you want to go out and work. But I do think that there is value in a mother staying home with her children, even if there's a million nannies, right? You still, anyway, right? Let's get into this. Prince William revealed he will never trust Harry again. To which Harry replied, who? They said, a friend told the Daily Beast, haven't they just learned about leaking? You know, it's a funny thing I will say. Harry is still the biggest man in that family. They literally run, hide, leak, do this and that. Harry stands on all down, 10 toes down and says, yeah, I said it. And one matter of fact, I'm going to put it in court documents so it'll be codified forever. That's another thing. If this does go to trial, woo, the information that Harry's going to put in those court documents. Now, why isn't he ever going to talk to them again? Because Harry revealed details of a very large phone hacking settlement William got from the news group and accused his brother of being party of a secret deal made by his family with media tormentors. The friend said, just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. This is a scorched earth stuff from Harry. By revealing these secrets, he's burning everything to the ground, and he's making it very clear that he considers his relationship with William over. But William just said for the last 5 months their relationship was over. And anyway, this is my opinion on what's really going on. I believe that one of the reasons William actually settled with the News of the World, right? Or whatever, the NGN, is because he was going to take them to court and go double down. He settled because these are the same people that started the Rose Hanbury stuff. I believe he settled to cover up for that story. And I find it ironic that as much as you wanted to cover it up and you threw Meghan to the wolves, Meghan's husband, your brother, is the reason the story is going to come back up. You see what I'm saying? Also, I find it odd that how are you mad at me because you lied to me, got a secret settlement, then got in my ear and tried to sabotage me? And I found out and put it in court documents, and now you're mad at me that the affair you were having, allegedly, that you weren't supposed to be, if you were even having one, is now going to come and bite you in the butt. But this is the same thing that people are saying you threw my family underneath the bus for. Man, William, if you don't get out of my face. William literally lives in I'm the king of the castle. Oh, anyway, they said Asked how William was reacting to Harry's statement, which he had no foreknowledge or warning of. Look at him trying to clear his name from the tabloids. They said, William will never trust Harry again. How could he? The real question is, why would Harry ever trust William? The truth is, William absolutely hates Harry now and will never forgive him for the damage he's done to the family. William, you're the one that did damage to the family by pruning rose bushes on your hands and knees. Jesus Christ, right? The brothers were so close when they were younger that it's incredible to those of us who know them back then when they reached a stage where Harry's revealing his brother's confidential legal settlements. First of all, you played yourself, William. Second of all, if you read Spare, I really don't know how close Harry and William were. It seems like at one point they were super, super close, but then it also seems like William was very ashamed of Harry, and Harry kind of idol worshiped William. And then once he grew into his own man, William couldn't take it. They go on to say that the Daily Beast understands that Prince William, and indeed the wider royal family, had no idea what was in Harry's witness statement until the document was unsealed by the High Court. Now, isn't this funny also? This seems like they're making a mea culpa to the tabloids. We didn't know anything about it, boss. I didn't know. We would have told you, boss. This is a surprise to us. Y'all, who would have thought that the royal family, who thinks everybody should bend the knee, is literally not only scared, but ran by the tabloids? Things went so left that they are run by the tabloids. Moreover, Charles's people had to jump in. They said a friend of King Charles told the Daily Beast that his default position will always be to try and keep the door open to his younger son. You know, that's one thing I will say about Charles. He is a master at being like, oh my God, I miss Harry so much, by putting rat poison in Harry's coffee. Like, Charles will play that media game of, I'm just a loving father. But for those of you that know it, Charles, shut up. You really are just mad because you thought you had Harry by the short and Harry's, excuse the pun, and Harry literally did a doo-wop on you. You could never best Harry's mother, and now you can't even best Harry either. Moreover, they said, so Charles believes that Harry's actions are misguided. They said Charles has been through an enormous amount himself, and he does have a deep sympathy for Harry, who he adores. You know what that means? They are probably sharpening knives. All I'm saying is, Harry, walk to the coronation. I'm not even joking. Don't get in the car. Do not eat anything those people offer you. Do not even drink anything those people offer you. Don't tell them when your plane lands. Don't tell them when your plane is leaving. And you better quadruple up on the security. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, right? Some commenters have suggested that William's settlement with NGM was fairly standard practice, and certainly speaking to William's friends, one gets the feeling that many of them believe Harry has revealed the settlement, at least partly out of spite for his aimed brother. But again, can you really have it both ways? How is this standard practice no big deal? And who cares? Everybody's settled. But when Harry reveals your settlement, that's no big deal and everybody does it. You hate him forever and you're never, ever talking to him? Like, can you pick a lane? Was the settlement something to be ashamed about and tawdry, or was it just nothing and Harry was silly for even mentioning it? They said media lawyer Mark Steffens, a partner of the leading firm Howard Kennedy, told the Daily Beast that Harry's decision to reveal his brother's settlement, far from being an act of mere vindictiveness, made good legal sense. He said, NGN is essentially arguing that Harry is out of time, but Harry is making the argument that he delayed proceedings because the secret deal and the payment to his brother is part of the evidence of that deal existed. That payment is important. It is a crucial piece of the picture which Harry and his lawyers are building, which is that William and other royals were cozying up to Murdoch while Harry was kept out of the loop because they suspected he would see it and as his duty to fight. That's right. And the funny thing is also, if William had just stood beside Harry and helped him fight the tabloids, you wouldn't even have to worry about this. But now we know why. You know, that's the weird thing. It started off with them just throwing Meghan underneath, and all this stuff, which was horrible enough, right? That's the whole point of this. But the fact that from that, Harry and Meghan started pulling at strings, and now the whole royal family is unraveling a week before the coronation. Baby, this is biblical, and I love it. Woo! Listen, I don't know what to say. I know William is an idiot. And I will actually go as far as to say we have not seen anything yet. Harry is not done. You guys, more on this. We're actually even going to look at the way Charles and Camilla is still making everybody kiss the rings. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye.